In theory, the idea of a European Super League sounds like a football fan's dream. Who wouldn't want to see Real Madrid play Bayern Munich or Chelsea take on Barcelona, as we did in semi-finals and finals over the years? Why should we have to endure months of Manchester United beating some random Romanian side or Belarusian side, only to get to play AC Milan in some games? Separate the weight from the chaff and let's get straight to the good stuff. Never mind the old 11 versus 11. Forget the unique thrill of seeing an underdog triumph over the favourite. Dispense with the notion of European football being everyone in Europe. Just handpick a band of clubs and select a few of Europe's most prosperous nations, but the rest can just follow after. The concept of top clubs from across the continent forming a closed shop, allowing them to play each other on a regular basis, will be a major step towards football almost every other level gradually grinding to a halt. It would help erode the culture of travelling supporters, something which no other sport can rival, and would ruin old rivalries rooted in history and geography which transcend the sport itself. Would anyone really be able to get excited about a Channel derby between Arsenal and PSG in the same way as the Gunners would against Tottenham? There have been times over the past 2 decades when the debate over the merits of a European Super League was almost perennial. Thankfully, the unbridled commercial success that is the Champions League has stated the appetite for introducing such a concept, but even now the idea still sporadically rears its head whenever those at the top of the game's time to consider how they're going to writing another hefty windfall from it. As the game across the continent really becomes awash with money from the mid-1990s, no protective, lucrative scheme could be discounted easily. Abandoning more than a century's worth of history at a domestic club level was not off limits as healthy profits began to become important as full trophy cabinets. In 2000, a group called G14 was formed, comprising some of Europe's most historically successful clubs and a handful of those who happened to be big and for the rich. Two years later, formal clubs Arsenal, Bayer Leverkusen, Lyon and Valencia were also omitted, showing a distinct leaning towards current successes over historic giants. The quartet of clubs began a grand total of 6 major European trophies between them, though not a single European Cup, but that did not stop them from receiving an invite to football's new appointed top table. The G14 used their joint power as a bargaining tool with the UEFA. By airing the threat of forming a breakaway league amongst themselves, they successfully petitioned for an expanded Champions League, which meant that even if they enjoyed an under-par season, they stood a much smaller chance of missing out. Ultimately, the G14 was disbanded in 2008 as part of a deal with UEFA regarding compensation due to clubs for players' injuries on international duty. The settlement also said that the UEFA can't replace with the more expansive Europa League, which featured a much heftier schedule, which hampers a progress at domestic level, and the creation of the European Club Association, which contains at least one club from all of the 53 UEFA member associations. This appeared to be the end of the issue, but after only 5 years there have been calls for several senior figures within the game to reopen the debate, and it's just continued ever since then. That's why we've got to this situation these days. In 2009, Real Madrid president Florentino Perez said we have to agree to a new European Super League which guarantees the best always plays the best, something that doesn't happen in the Champions League. The Guardian have reported in the past that Bayern Munich chiefs has said that a club football should stage a revolution if FIFA and UEFA did not get their acts together, projecting benevolent virtue onto what remains a money-orientated enterprise. Of course the Champions League is greedy, a bloated financial behemoth. The rich either get richer or are buried in debt trying to stay rich, and the poorer find it increasingly difficult to maintain a credible challenge, but at least it has evolved from an old competition set up in meteoric spirit. The creation of a self-contained European Super League establishes by a cable of clubs with the biggest resources who decided who was allowed to join and when will eliminate a great deal of the reason why people watch and enjoy football in the first place, as well as ripping the lower leagues apart. So my message is just don't do it. Don't even think about it. Anyway guys, that's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe. If you have any other thoughts in the comments down below, and to follow me on Twitter, link in the description below for daily football news. Subscribe to my channel on the screen right now, that'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace.